Welcome to the Daily Shift Story, where real lives inspire real change. Today's story is not just about dreams, it's about the courage to chase them against all odds. Meet Raj, a boy from a small village who dared to defy tradition and rewrite his destiny. Stay with us till the end, you'll walk away inspired. Asterisk, in the heart of the Himalayas lay a quiet village called Ranikate, where time seemed to move slower, and dreams often melted into the misty morning skies. It was here that Raj was born, the youngest son in a humble farming family. His father, Haram, worked tirelessly in the fields while his mother tended to household chores. The family lived in a small mud brick house with a tin roof that clattered with every rainfall. From a very young age, Raj was different. While other children of the village chased cows or played with marbles, Raj would sit under the large banyan tree, looking up at the sky. He wasn't just staring at clouds. He was imagining cities, computers, airplanes, and people he'd never met. His imagination was his playground, and his dreams were far too big for the village to contain. That his father often said, "A farmer's son must learn the land." But Raj's eyes were always on the stars. Raj was curious. He'd ask questions no one had answers to. Why do we only grow wheat? What's inside a computer? Can I go to the city someday? His school was a rundown building with broken benches and one dedicated teacher, Mr. Mehra. He noticed Raj's unusual thirst for knowledge. While other kids dozed off, Raj would ask questions about the world, science, and technology. Mehra sir once gave Raj an old issue of India Today magazine, and Raj read every word, fascinated by the pictures of skyscrapers, cars, and machines. He began to dream of building something he didn't know what yet, but he knew it would be big. As Raj grew older, the pressure to follow in his father's footsteps increased. His elder brothers had already joined their father in the fields. Raj was expected to do the same. One evening, after a long day of studying and helping with chores, Raj gathered the courage to speak to his father. "Babuji, I want to go to the city. I want to study computers." His father's face turned red with anger. "You want to become a fool? Computer, in the city. Who will feed you there?" The argument ended with a slap, and Raj was told to never speak of it again. But something had shifted inside him. The dream had turned into a fire. The turning point came when a motivational speaker visited their school. The man, a former villager turned software engineer, spoke of his journey from poverty to success in Bangalore. Raj listened with shining eyes. After the speech, he ran to the speaker and asked 100 questions. The man smiled and said, "If you want it badly enough, you'll find a way." That night, Raj couldn't sleep. He stared at the stars and whispered to himself, "One day, I will also stand on a stage and tell my story." Mehra sir noticed Raj's passion and decided to help. He gave Raj old books, let him use his personal dictionary, and even taught him basic English. "Dreaming is not a sin," he once told Raj, "but you must work harder than everyone else to make it real." Raj began waking up at 4 a.m. to study before chores. He practiced typing on paper, pretending it was a keyboard. He copied English sentences from textbooks to improve his language. Slowly, he began preparing for the scholarship exam that could help him study in the city. After many attempts and failures, Raj finally won a state-level scholarship. He got admission into a polytechnic college in Delhi. His father was not happy. "Don't come running back when you fail," he warned. With a torn bag, 200 rupees, and a heart full of hope, Raj left for the city, touching his mother's feet, and promising to make her proud. As the bus rolled away from his village, he felt fear and excitement in equal measure. Delhi was a shock. The crowds, the noise, the pollution, it overwhelmed him. He had never seen so many people, so many vehicles. He rented a small space in a boys' hostel and shared a room with 3 others. To support himself, he started working part-time at a cafe during the day. He attended classes. At night, he washed dishes and served tea. In between, he studied under the hostel's dim tube light. His life was hard, but his dreams kept him going. Raj met new friends in college, some from small towns like his. One of them, Farhan, introduced him to coding. Competitions. You should try this, Farhan said. You're always solving things in your head. Raj became obsessed. He spent hours in the college computer lab. He learned HTML, C++, and JavaScript. He built his first simple website for a local food stall and earned his first 500 rupees. That night, Raj cried not out of sadness but because he had finally tasted success. One day, Raj received a letter from his mother. It had only a few lines. Your father doesn't say it, but he asks about you every day. We miss you. Keep going, Beta. Tears filled his eyes. That letter became his most prized possession. It reminded him that his roots were his strength, not his burden. In his final year, Raj pitched an idea to create an app that connected rural artisans with buyers in cities. He called it DesiCart. He had no money to hire developers, so he built it himself with Farhan. They borrowed laptops, skipped meals, and worked out of a rented garage. After months of hard work, DesiCart launched, and within the first week, they had over 1,000 users. One of the app users happened to be a journalist from a major newspaper. He featured Raj's story in an article titled From Fields to Firewalls, A Village Boy's Tech Revolution. Overnight, DesiCart went viral. Raj got calls from investors, NGOs, and even government officials. But success brought new challenges. As funding poured in, so did fake friends. A senior developer, they hired misused funds and stole data. Raj felt crushed, but he didn't give up. He tightened security, rebuilt the platform, and learned the hard lessons of leadership and trust. He promised himself, success without integrity is failure in disguise. Raj returned to his village for the first time in 4 years. This time, not as a dreamer, but as a doer. He organized a tech workshop in his old school, gave computers, and installed internet. Marisur hugged him and said, "You did it, Beta, you did it." His father watched silently from afar. Later that evening, he placed his hand on Raj's shoulder and said, "Forgive me." Raj was invited to TEDx talks, universities, and global tech summits. He spoke about resilience, rural India, and how technology can empower the forgotten. His story was featured on national television, and he became a role model for millions. But he stayed grounded. Raj started a foundation to support village children. With scholarships and mentoring, he hired youth from rural areas and trained them in tech skills. DesiCart expanded to international markets, but its soul remained rooted in India. He always said, if your success doesn't lift others, it's incomplete. Raj bought a new home for his parents in the village. His father now proudly introduced him to others as Mera Beta, engineer or CEO. His brothers, once skeptical, now helped him manage local operations. The family had healed, dreams had stitched them back together. Raj traveled the Silicon Valley to raise Series B funding. He shared his story with global investors and returned with partnerships and fresh ideas. He was now not just a village boy turned businessman, he was a visionary. Despite his fame, Raj struggled with loneliness and the pressure of expectations. He took a brief break to meditate in the mountains. There, he realized that peace wasn't in success, it was in balance. He returned with renewed energy. But this time, he prioritized health and time with loved ones. Raj launched a new platform, dreamt, offering microloans, digital education, and AI tools for farmers. His impact reached lakhs. He received national awards, but more than that, he received love. And on a quiet evening, under the same banyan tree where he once dreamed, he sat with village kids and told them, "I was once just like you." Years later, Raj's story was turned into a book, a documentary, and taught in schools. But he remained humble. He knew the real success wasn't in the headlines, it was in the spark he lit in others. He walked through his village, now digitally, connected, and smiled. Raj was not just a name anymore, he was a movement. Raja's story is a reminder that no dream is too big and no village is too small. If his journey moved you, share this story to inspire others. Subscribe to the Daily Shift Story for more powerful tales of hope, struggle, and transformation. Until next time, keep believing, keep dreaming.